Okay, what am I doing? I'm done waiting. So today I'm going to be playing some creative. I'm starting a server. Let me start a party. Bum 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 bum.
Hamlet here. A little bit of a standoff. Moon, Minzu, and Kinji here have that high ground.
Okay, guys, I'm going to.
4 or 5 of us.
Who's creative am I going to today?
Going down in the feet up top there.
That
you hate to see that.
And if I had to guess, I actually did a Middle Eastern VOD review. They landed towards Junction, so they must have had some kind of problems over at Haunted Hills, but we'll talk about that in just a bit here as Kenji uses a valuable shockwave to try and take the high ground here, and he is going to get chipped just a little bit. Such a nice pinch going on right here. This is one of our newer competitive regions, so you know, a little bit of catch-up, right, to catch up to the rest of the competitive scene per se.
I wouldn't even say that, honestly, because some of these players are so good, Monster. I mean, we've even watched each other grow very quickly.
Okay, guys, let me show you how I play
competitive experiences. You have opportunities like this. Kenji immediately flicks up, gets the knockout info, who's trying to shockwave from, over the top. But you have to understand, these players in the Middle East region have been asking for their own region for a long time. You know they've been watching the competitive experience between all these other regions. That kind of learning has to happen.
Z2M, and yeah, they were held back for so long because of the ping difference in their own region. A lot of it has players have found a little bit of remedy in that factor as well. So good for them. We see new faces come up and have their moment. Pretty much catch a little highlight here today.
Hey guys, let's start the game now.
Right there on Minzu. In the middle of that fight, a valiant trade though. Honestly, if your team only suffers a single knockdown, you pick up those 3 eliminations. I'd say that's 100% worth it. Those bubble shields in rotation out. Team moving up on top of the hill.
Lucky landing. He was actually hit with a little headshot right there, ripped apart all of his shield. Now forced only down to bandages, and this is a battle that they have to take on their heels here. And I like what they're doing. They're backing up as a squad, trying to use this time to also gather some mats in the process. This team is not letting up. You have the NL squad right here, Nella, Easy, and Saya Zine right here.
Not yet.
Or Saya's Ren, excuse me.
So
they're coming in with the push. They're still fully.
Sorry guys, I was my grandma speaking.
Now we get the ultimate high ground right now. Gonna have to fight out one player all the way at the top. Shots coming from the third right there, but looks like it. Maybe trying to knock down that build as they're pushing up side. Ultimate high ground looking down from above. Little split underneath.
I'm in a hurry.
The peak shot. Look at the timing on that.
Oh, what the crap! I left 2 for her. I don't understand how I pressed the PS button.
They have the advantage at this point. Picks up that elimination up to 125 full HP. Nella gets knocked. Wild Gamer picking up that elimination. And an RPG in there is going to be huge. Tack shotgun shots back to back. Finds the 3rd one. And that is a solid 3 eliminations for Psy. Wild Gamer making it up for the loss of silence down there in the bottom left corner.
Fighting on the heels right there. They turn that battle around very well done. Not Sai. I've actually had the pleasure with, pretty sure, talking as I've, browsed the Middle Eastern region. So good to see him pulling up and performing as they now are pretty much clear, and they have the zone. They're in the clear. They have the zone. They can get this revive off. So Silence is going to be able to come back in the game as he gets hit up on the reboot van.
Huge value. That being said, the inventory of Sai has 2 green tactical shotguns in there with some bandages, AR, and that TAC SMG. Lucky landing, looking like it is calm at this point. A lot of builds, but no competition left down here as this trio is going to be able to pick back up, eventually finish looting up down here, farm any materials they can get out of it. They're in the safe zone. Circle still has 38 seconds before it closes, so they're not feeling too much pressure in any way right now. We'll have to see where the next circle goes. This is a good opportunity for them to build up a good buffer, materials, healing, any leftover loot that might be down here, and make their way onto the next safe zone without much issue. Meanwhile, Suber, Sammy, and Dream pushing from outside of the storm.
Yep.
The far east drop here in the desert.
Such a weird place to play as well. The moisty palms where you can't just crouch freely. You have to be very cautious. A lot of the competitive players opting to unbind the crouch just in case. You know, you don't want to make any mistakes there. And honestly, if you do that, you're kind of in the advantage, right? You set yourself up for success, so you don't make any mistakes in PvP.
Okay, guys, I'm trying to
I tend to
hurry
crouch
up
in fights all
and
the
get
time.
to
You don't
the
really realize it till it happens.
game.
But
It's a tough break when it does happen, I'll say. Looks like an
Okay,
attempted
where's the
shockwave to avoid a
airline?
fight there, but Saber does get the pick there. A knockdown is rotating into the storm.
Okay, this is where I
Get
am.
to safe.
it's going to be a nice little knock there. It's going to replenish his health up. There is a player outside of the storm line. It's going to be his
So I'm gonna have
teammate
combat
Will,
in here.
who's waiting nearby, and
This
you
is
can
how I
see over
survive.
the other kind of crater there to the left where you can farm up all the stone.
I'll have
That's
combat.
probably where the rest of that guy's duo is.
Most likely.
Trio, I should say here. But someone does see
Look, yeah,
the
you have-
rotation. They're pushing on in. We have a trio coming in.
So now's the time. You have people just coming into the storm. You pushing is
have a
basically a
sniper.
no-brainer. You see here, gonna have to fight to stay in.
You heard the shots outside the storm wave. You figured you might as well push out. These guys are going to come out with a little bit of health tick. Anything to have that advantage there.
It's a good sniper to use.
Drop him back.
All right, Sammy Will and Super here says, you know what, this is not the battle we want to take. The third party,
A little more combat.
it actually isn't a third party. They're just pressuring with explodes here,
Okay.
so they
Time
want
to
to
start
back
the
up. They
game.
want to reset a little bit here.
I don't blame them. You basically started that fight not as a full trio. Sammy was still outside in the storm, and so rotating back away and saying, nah, this is not the fight to take. We're not exactly in the best spot. Plus, if you think about it, they did force that team, the team that applied pressure from inside the safe zone, to burn through some traps.
Okay.
There's some zap traps in the wall, so you've gotten rid of those, cleared those out of the inventory, which is great
Now I'm
for
ready to
later
start
in
the
the
game.
game. Ultimately, kind of a win-win. Set of eliminations here.
Nice little look right here. You can see those
Oh.
teams that are on the west and north side of the map forced to fight their way down
I did
now.
not mean to do that.
Quite a rotation here as the zone seems to be pushing all the way south. So the later you move,
Oh,
the
yeah, I
more
forgot I had the
congested this
airplane.
rotation will be, the harder it will be for you later in the games. You really want to get down there early, especially when a zone favors one side pretty heavily. See competitive players try to rotate nice and
First,
I'm
let me
looking for Nazir
update
to hit a
the
snipe shot here. He keeps pulling that heavy sniper out and taking a look. Hasn't gone for it yet.
Yeah,
I
I'm
would
about to
say
update the monsters.
position-wise,
Where
not the
are
best
the
call. You
monsters?
draw a lot
Where
of
are
attention
the
to yourself if you are further
monsters?
outside towards the edge of what is
I can
currently
fly all the
safe.
way
So
up. Just look for
people
these.
are probably going to look back and try and
Just
stronghold
yeah,
you.
they over there.
Could you imagine Nazir hitting just crazy snipe right there on the rotation in? They suddenly have advantage in trio versus only two left up. They could push through, pick up
Oh, I
3
see.
elims, all the materials, and make their way in the safe zone.
And this is actually very interesting right here. FHD actually opened this battle up with a heavy snipe. They catch the knock, but they don't even collapse to kind of seal the deal. They say, you know what, instead, we're going to focus more on the zone here. They're going to get ahead. So they use that little bit of distraction, downtime, and chaos to get ahead of the zone here. It's probably still going to convert if they can get to the zone first and then turn the battle back around.
Depends on how fast the storm is moving on this edge. They are closer to the short side, so it's moving slower. But yeah, you have a chance maybe for a pickup there, but I think, like you're saying, in that moment they say, yeah, we got the knock, we could push forward, but placement at this point probably more important. You're looking at 26 trios remaining. You don't get the placement points until top 15. And even then, it's
Okay,
like
so I
3.
invited my friends to come
right
with
now,
me.
pushing into the storm, getting to safe, very, very important. You want to try and make to that top 15 as early as possible. You know, get into a safe spot so you can sit and wait.
You saw a little bit of a storm surge warning there as we're approaching Zone 3. You have to be cautious when there's over 70 players to the Zone 3 ratio. Storm surge will start to tick, so it's only one trio probably affected right now. This trio here is completely safe, 105 damage above. But anything can happen. They can get pushed by the wrong ones. The other team can get into a fight. So
At this point, only one player needs to go down too, and we might actually find it.
Alright, guys. You've watched me do what I do. Okay, then let me show you how I approach them. I approach them like this. See, I have my crew of... Dang, that was loud. Okay. You guys don't have a lot of trees here. Does that mean I don't got a lot of mats? Okay, you wait till they come up here and watch what I do. What am I saying? I do got a lot of mats. So all them people that was up there will just die. Yeah, 'cause they're smart. They smart now. 'Cause they're not coming up. Get their attention. I don't see nobody. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna play again. This time I'm going to a max. Alright? That game was too easy. This time I'm going to a max. Dang, I'm stupid. I ain't get no shield protection. Go. You can't go and they're coming. Okay. that'll be it for the live stream. I'll live stream later today, and see you guys. Thank you for watching the live stream.